This is my experience as the writer-director making the film adaptation of The Real Anthony Fauci, two-part documentary based on the book by Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Everybody has gone through some kind of trial or challenge or shock in their life that has brought them to another level of awareness. Even in the intro of his book, he does talk about why he's putting together this book. And so I really honed in on that, and then I had to think visually, what did I want that to look like? I had written down to the producer and the production manager my thought process on the opening sequence with Bobby. Here's what I wrote. In the book, just like real life, more is constantly being revealed to us. So I had this idea for the opening of the film. Visually, I imagine it can open with extreme close-ups on random objects, a letter, a stack of papers, details of the room, family heirlooms, a photograph. They're so close up that they're sort of obscure, maybe out of focus. Then little by little, more is revealed. The mood in the room is slow, thoughtful, quiet, like you are anticipating something. The camera eventually shows Bobby. He puts on his glasses, starts to read an excerpt from his book's introduction. It feels like you're sitting in the room with someone you know well, who is about to tell you something meaningful. And he begins to say,
"This book is a product of my own struggle to understand how the idealistic institutions our country built to safeguard both public health."
What I did was I selected a few passages from the beginning that I thought really encapsulated what you're about to see and experience.
I am a lifelong Democrat whose family has had 80 years of deep engagement with America's public health bureaucracy and long friendships with key federal regulators, including Anthony Fauci, Francis Collins, and Robert Gallo. Members of my family wrote many of the statutes under which these men govern. They nurtured the growth of equitable and effective public health policies and defended that regulatory bulwark against ferocious attacks funded by industry. I built my own alliances with these individuals and their agencies during my years of environmental and public health advocacy, but I also watched how the industry, supposedly being regulated, used its indentured servants on Capitol Hill and its financial clout to systematically hollow out those agencies beginning in the 1980s, disabling their regulatory function and transforming them into sock puppets for the very industry Congress charged them with regulating. I explore the carefully planned militarization and monetization of medicine that has left American health ailing and our democracy shattered. I chronicle the troubling role of the dangerously concentrated mainstream media.
You're really attacking not only Dr. Anthony Fauci, you're attacking science.
Big tech robber barons, the military and intelligence communities, and their deep historical alliance with Big Pharma and the public health agencies. The disturbing story that unfolds here has never been told, and many in power have worked hard to prevent the public from learning it. The principal character is Anthony Fauci.
So it starts off with this sort of awakening, and then at the end, the memorable end that I wanted to build is that solution-based hope, inspiration, motivation, what we can do with this information in a positive way to take the darkness and turn it into something light, something powerful. You can hear these stories and it could just make you fearful. It can just be sort of paralyzing. But that would never be the message that I would want anyone to walk away with, because it's also not the message of the book. It was Bobby Kennedy's last paragraph, bringing in Martin Luther King and a powerful message of hope and change, and that if we stand together, we can accomplish anything.